Oh, get real. I know what my customers want. Well, do you really know? How do you know? Can you measure it? This learning bite is focusing on customer feedback. Now, why is this so important? Okay, so here's an example. A major international airline asked its staff to identify the 10 main needs of its customers, and their answers were compared with a survey asking customers what they needed. How did the staff go? The staff got 6 of the 10 top customer needs wrong. So what can we learn from this? How would your staff go? It tells us two important things. First, it's easy to make assumptions. And second, well, we may be wasting our time, energy and resources satisfying customer needs that aren't important to them. Or we may even be alienating our customers because we're ignoring their needs. So really finding out what customers actually need is very important. So just to capture this, who are our customers? We often think of customers in the traditional sense, but remember that your customers can be internal, that is, other departments, other branches, management, even contractors and suppliers. And they can be external, that is, the people who buy products and services from us. So we all have to deal with some form of customer, and we need to know how effective we are in satisfying customer needs. We need to be able to measure how successful we are and how we can improve. Let's look at examples. This is from the Standards for Registered Training Organisations, like Learning Sphere. This is part of our legal requirements. Now notice these key words. Things like quality assurance, systematically monitoring, systematically evaluate and use. And this one here, feedback. What does this tell you? That there's a direct connection between quality and systematic feedback and continual improvement. Later in the course, we're going to look at customer service, quality standards, and continuous improvement. But for now, just notice the connection between customer feedback and quality. Now, how can we do this? Well, we need surveys. We use surveys to capture the thoughts of our customers. This is the survey process. Make, that is prepare it, get it ready. Deploy, that is send it out. Analyze. What do the results tell us? This is the last step, which is important and often overlooked. But if we don't do this and act on it, then the first two are useless. Okay, so let's look at making surveys. This is a national standard survey for learners, and you should get one from us later in the course. Notice it has 35 statements and a second page. And there's also a reverse question. But people usually don't read it closely, I've noticed. They just go through and tick it. Usually they give us good. Now, think too of the literacy level required to answer this. So for many of our students at lower levels, this is just way too much. Notice too the different types of answers. Here there's a checkbox. Other surveys might use a short answer questions. Now this is a Queensland survey. There are only 4 questions. What is the effect? Well, perhaps it's more likely to be completed, but it's less informative. And although if the others don't read the survey, then it has limited value anyway. So what do you think? A simple survey is more likely to be completed, and tick boxes allow you to make a graph or a percentage. A short answer is more informative, but you can't put a number on it. That's what we call quantitative versus qualitative. Okay, so we're going to look at a quick demo using Wufoo. It's dead easy, but you can either use a SurveyMonkey too. These are both free, well-established survey services for online surveys. And I want you to create your own survey, either for internal or external customers. And if you can't actually deploy it in the real world, then at least share it with me and Bev. So here's a demonstration. This is something we prepared earlier. This is using Wufoo. I edit the form, and creating the form is just as easy. And then you can add a field, in this case just a single line text, give it a label, what you want to ask. That's good, so we can just make sure we add that field in. Nice. Let's add another field. What can we add? We've got a number of different options. Let's go for one of these fancy pants ones. Let's go for, let's perhaps we put in a name. That's good, so I know who's responded to my survey. That's good, that's all I need. That's enough for now. I'm going to save that form. And great, now I've got the option to share it. And I've got a web link. So I might include this in the email so that you can fill out my survey. So these are these steps again. Notice make, deploy. Let's look at this last step, analyze. Let's look again at RTO requirements. Now ASQA, the Commonwealth Government Registering Body, requires us to analyse and report the results of our surveys. Notice the key areas that teach us about surveys. Response rates, the feedback, and then what we're actually going to do about it. Notice again the direct connection between quality and systematic feedback and continual improvement. So make, deploy, analyse. But why is this so important to you? Here's the Australian, New Zealand and ISO standard 9001, which your company is committed to. Notice that point 8.2 under monitoring and measurement, point 1 has customer satisfaction, whether the organisation has met its customer requirements. Monitoring customer perception can include customer satisfaction surveys, user opinion surveys, compliments. So this is again embedded into the way that your company operates. Again, the ISO 9000 series is based on 8 quality management principles, and customer surveys are related to at least principles 1, 6 and 7 about being customer focused, principle 6, continual improvement, and principle 7, a factual approach to decision making. So again, we can see the real world implications of making sure that we have surveys that actually measure customer satisfaction. What do you need to do? First, recognise the importance of customer surveys. Then make, deploy and analyse. Don't forget to create that little survey for me. And thanks for joining us, and don't forget to complete the short test below. One last thing, we'd love to hear how this has helped you at work. Send an email to remember@learningsphere.com.au with your thoughts.